All right, guys. So right now we've gone ahead. We've created our Facebook ad. Our ad is up and running. We've created a Google ad. Your ad's up and running. Now, what we need to focus on is how to automate the sequence when people opt in. How to basically get people to pretty much engage with us. That's kind of something that's very important that most people don't actually pay attention to, and that's a lot of reasons why most of the ads don't really perform because someone can engage with you, but just because they engage with you doesn't mean you're going to automatically go and buy from you, right? So you got to kind of stay top of mind. So I'll give you an example of something that pretty much I'm working on, a product I'm working on, not necessarily related in any way, shape, or form to the example that we use. But for instance, so this is, for instance, one of the advertising campaigns we're doing. We're sending people to a website and they purchase an offer for two-step order form. So this is an app called Giro, so Giro.com. So what literally it's doing is I'm basically able to track to see, okay, did people come into the sales page who opted in, who didn't opt in, and then basically, the nurture sequence from there. And then basically people who took the upsell and people who went on the downsell. So you need something kind of like this whenever it is you're structuring your ad campaigns because you've got to be able to see how people are performing, right? You got to see basically, there's got to be a map of how you want everything to flow through, right? So when you basically come back here, let's come back into our Rise Results account here. So we've gone ahead and we've mapped our Facebook form field here. And there's a feature that I haven't showed you guys, and you are going to love it because guess what? It takes all of the manual work. It takes all the work from you having to, nurture the leads yourself, email them yourself, text them yourself, go on spreadsheets. Trust me, if you're using spreadsheets, you're still living in 1985. Okay, I think it came out in 2000s, but we're going to say 1985. I'm going to show you how you can basically automate everything and have everything pretty much work automatically. Okay, so we're gonna go back into our CRM here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and we're gonna navigate to the automations tab. Okay, so when you go in the automations tab, what you're looking to do is you're looking to create a workflow. Right now, a workflow is basically how things are basically going to flow. Think about it as a more of the sequence, step-by-step process in which people are going to take to be able to achieve or get the desired results. So as you guys know, I make these videos very, very short, and then we do anything long form on the live. So make sure you catch me live because I believe I'm going to be doing a live this morning at 11 a.m. So basically, here we have a bunch of templates that you can use. If you want to just nurture somebody, nurture people, like a follow-up campaign, you can do a long-term nurture, a reactivation campaign. If you are doing more of a webinar, you can do something like this. Or if you are basically trying to get people who no-showed to show up. But for this campaign, we're doing basically a simple ad campaign. People responded to our ad, and we're just literally just trying to say, hey, stay top of mind, right? So what we're going to do is just go ahead and click continue to start from scratch, right? So we're starting from scratch. I always like to name my workflow nurture demo, what we do now, plumbing, let's say plumbing services, okay? Let's say you add your plumbing services. So the first thing you need to do is you need to add a trigger, right? So under what sequence are people going to get in here? And I realize this spells plumbing wrong. So what you want to do is you want to add a trigger. So I'm going to cover a few things about triggers. So triggers are basically things that will basically get this automation get started. Now, we're basically using a form. We're using a Facebook form. Now, I'm going to cover this on the live where we do something a little bit more detailed. We're going to build automations. We're going to set everything up in a more detailed manner, okay? So what you want to do right now is you want to go to Facebook lead form submitted, okay? We'll go to Facebook lead form submitted, and then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and pick the filters and choose the form, okay? So you want to choose the form. So what was our form created? We created the form on the AI ads tool. If you did, then your form is going to have AI ads or whatever it is that you named it right here with a date, okay? So you want to go ahead and save trigger, all right? Now, once you've gone ahead and saved trigger, the next thing you need to do is basically, once you've gone ahead and saved trigger, the next thing you need to do now is what are the next series of things that are going to follow off of this sequence, right? The next series of things are going to follow off of this sequence. So we have a few things that we can do. We can send them an email, right? So obviously that makes sense. We're going to say send an email. So we're going to go email. We send an email, and we're going to say, thank you for opting in. So one thing you can do is you can go to ChatGPT. This is why I love ChatGPT. I like to use GPT-4, and we just say, I need an email sequence to include confirmation email and nurture emails to book an appointment, okay, for a plumbing service. And we're going to do that. And ChatGPT is going to go ahead now, and it's going to go ahead. You can also use the conversational AI if you want to use conversational AI. But for this, like I said, ChatGPT is free to use. You come up here, and it gives you the subject line that you're going to use. It gives you the body, and you just go ahead and just copy and paste, right? And obviously, edit it to match your business and all of that good stuff. So it's gone ahead. It's right now the email for us right now. So we're going to make sure we kind of speed through the process here so we don't take too long. So type of service required. So it's going ahead and say, okay, simply hit the reply button, type confirm. Our team will be then proceed with scheduling your appointment. Okay. So form regards Q&A. Now it's going to write this first email and then boom, it's writing the second email. So I'm going to just copy the first email because it looks like it's a little bit slow in composing all emails. You can post this in a Google Doc, or we can just edit here directly from our Verizon account. So just make this a little bit bigger. And I want to use this portion here. So I'm going to just go to the X out of that. And I'm going to paste this in here. And I'm going to go ahead and now delete all of this. And obviously just make it sound like your actual words. So we're going to go dear, and then we're going to come up here and go custom values, and then you want to say the person's actual name, contact, first name. So custom variables, basically think about custom variables like buckets, right? So basically it's a unique bucket. Now this bucket or this unique placement is going to hold, it can be used multiple times, right? But every time the bucket is used, you can use it for, you can use it to get filled with juice if you want to fill up with juice. You can use it if you want to fill up with water. You can use it if you want to fill up with soda. You can use it to fill up whatever it is that you want to fill up. But the unique purpose of the bucket is basically it's an empty bucket that you can basically put whatever you want in it. So that's what this is. This is basically an empty bucket. So what that means is every time the email is sent out, it's sent out to, let's say we have John opts in, so it's going to be Dear John, right? If Mary opts in, it's going to be Dear Mary. If James opts in, it's going to be Dear James. So this bucket can be changed to match, to fill it in and take in whatever variable or whatever fluids or whatever water, whatever it is that you want it to be based off of who it's emailing to. Okay, just want to make sure everybody understands that. So dear contact first name, thank you for reaching out to, we can go something like this, right? So we could go Ocean Running, right? Something like that. We want to book your appointment and warm regards your name. Okay, so we've got basically our first email, right? So we can come up here and include our calendar link. We can include our calendar link here, which can also build your calendar inside of the software as well. So you can include your calendar link, and then when you're done, just go ahead and save action. Now, very important when you do is you want to go ahead and choose from settings who you send it from. So I like to put my name and company email as well. And we can go ahead right now and you can add up as many things as you want. You can do an email. We can do more. I'm just going to do more dummy text. Like I said, we're going to do we can send them a text message. Okay. We can do a SMS, send an SMS, and we can say, hey, thanks for opting in. Okay. We can do something like this. So we do an SMS. And then it's very important. You also send yourself a notification. So you can send an internal notification to you on your team saying internal notification, and then you come up here, you can do an email, and then user type, just choose either custom email or particular user. We have unlimited users. You can add as many users as you want. So we're just going to put a custom email here, and we'll choose that email, for instance, right? And we will just call this new lead. And same thing goes as well for the subject. You can call it new lead, and if you want to put the information, you can come up here and you can put the person's name and contact information. So contact person, right? And then if you want to call them as well, you can set up like I said, this is something we're going to cover later, where you can set up where your AI can actually call them and actually nurture them as well and book them as book them on your calendar as well. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. But don't forget, once you're done, to always click the word publish and then save. Okay, so you just want to publish and then save. Now, then again, if you haven't gotten your, I'm just going to unpublish that because I don't want it to be my active campaigns. But if you haven't gotten your access to basically trying out the Rise and Results tool and you want to go ahead and use it for your business, go ahead and comment the word client to get started. Comment the word client to get started and basically use this tool for free, or www.horizonresults.com/get started. Once again, guys, you can go ahead and comment the word client. I'll send you access to this tool. You use it right now. You can get started for free for 7 days. Or you can go ahead and basically, if you want to, just go ahead and go to www.horizonresults.com/get started. And obviously, hopefully you enjoyed and look forward to see you guys on the other side. And like I said, enjoy. Take care.